Hello friends, it's Simone. I did it. I just am so enamored with Lamy stuff at the moment that I really wanted to see what they looked like. And so I took a small amount of my budget and placed an order with Atlas Stationers and thought, you know what? I can justify this purchase. I'm going to give samples of these inks to my Ko-fi $10 tier members, and I'm going to give away one of these pens to all of you guys. And so we are going to look at this. I'm going to try and dip test the pens into my trusty old Waterman Serenity Blue. We're going to swatch these inks and see what they are all about. So let's look at the things. This was included in the package. I think it's for one of those. I'm not sure how these are distributed. This is a sleeve. This is definitely going to be included in the giveaway. There's nice and soft for sure. There's Lamy on the back. It's bright pink. And then we have these two, both of those pens. They are in this actually pretty well thought out packaging, cardboard packaging. Slides in like this. The clip is attached to this thing. Everything about Lamy for me is a lot about design. So now, of course, I was going to say, I don't know what this pen is called. This is the Violet Blackberry. It is a shiny material. It's not matte. One of them is matte. One of them isn't. There is this, it's a pretty pen. So this is the one that caught my eye that I might want to keep. There is an F-nib on here. The pen usually comes with this cardboard thing here to stop the cartridge that is included in the pen from popping. I'm not going to use that. I actually purchased separately two converters because that is one of those things. Lamy pens do not come with converters. And the reason for that is that in Germany, usually kids use cartridges when they write with their pens. So now the question is, how do I make this to be on top? Like so. I really like this. I didn't expect the section to be matte. I hope you can see the difference between those. This is the pen that I have been eyeing, that I really like this color. It totally fits into the color scheme that I have going with my Lamy pens. They are all right here. And I think, wouldn't you agree that this would fit totally well with this color scheme? I think so. And I have come to the conclusion, this is nothing to do with this, that if I decide to purchase a gold nib and I'm going to put it on this, then this is it. I don't see any problem or sense in, oh no, not putting a gold nib on a pen just because the pen body is less expensive. I mean, I do have other choices, but they're basically all the same shape, just different prices. Oh, I do not like this because I don't have a thing that removes glue from this. That sucks. I hope I can remove this easily. So this is the one. The other one is we will find it out from the sticker, is the Pink Cliff. And for some reason, this nib looks off. I don't know. I'm gonna I'm curious how they work, how they write dipped. If this doesn't work, then I will swap it with one of my spare Lamy nibs for sure. I do have I just picked one. I think I have an extra fine. I think I have all of the nibs. Let me quickly check my smart. I have a 1.1 stub. I have another 1.1 stub. I have an extra fine. I have a medium. I have a fine. They're all steel. I also have, check. What other nibs I have? I have a medium steel nib in coated nib. I have a 1.5 stub nib, and what is on here? I have a broad coated nib. So to me, it doesn't really matter which one I keep. I think this one is a fine coated nib. So my thought was I would keep the extra fine. We'll see. This is the Pink Cliff, and I'm just going to remove the sticker here as well, just so, oh, it definitely comes off much easier of the matte material. And when I touched this material, I knew exactly that this was totally not for me. I remember that at some point during my high school career, I purchased a black matte Lamy. And that just didn't vibe with my hands. Just the haptic of this material doesn't really go well with me. This is nice as well. The pink is loud, but it sure does look really cool when you open it up, and then there are different colors here. And what I like about this for sure is that it looks unassuming, besides the finial. But when you open it up, you definitely sure got the looks. And then this is what this would look like. So I am going to put all of this away. We have just determined that I don't really care which one of those nibs I'll keep. I'll keep the one that isn't weird. And I will include this again in the pen. Maybe not. I don't know. This sucks. There's a warranty policy included as well. I only had one in the whole package. It's not a lot. Lamy warrants its writing instruments for 2 years after purchase in accordance with the terms. In a padded envelope, together with the original receipt for proof of purchase. Okay. From an authorized Lamy retailer. I do think that Atlas is an authorized Lamy retailer. Let's quickly look at the inks. I love how Atlas packages their stuff. So this is always in a secure box. And for sure, the person who is picked for this pen will receive a sample of both of those inks. So this is the, does it say anywhere what this ink color is? Okay, that's a weird thing. Why wouldn't you put at least the name of the ink on the box outside? Is it the same name? Pink Cliff? I hope so. I will get a Sharpie and write it on because I will forget. So these bottles are, well, they look better, or they look like more than they appear. All of this is empty space. The only thing in this bottle is So the ink is all up here and in this little thing down here. This is so that, does it show you anywhere? Yeah, so you can clearly see how the bottle is shaped. This appears to be more ink than it actually is. However, this is definitely neat because even if there's a little bit of ink left, you can still dip your pen all the way down and submerge the breather hole through which it sucks up the ink. Alrighty, so and then this is so that you can, as you can see here, use this to clean your pen. So this is the Pink Cliff, which doesn't make sense because it's blue. And then this is the, what was this called? Violet Blackberry. And my assumption is that I will like this ink and I love this pen, and I will not prefer this ink because it's if I'm not mistaken, highly sheening ink, and I'm going to let this pen go. That was just a really fun thing for me to think about and to come up with, to maybe be able to share some of the funds from you all guys, from all of you guys that use my Atlas code and repurpose them in this awesome giveaway. So how are we going to go about this? We are going to write new pen day right here. Am I going to leave this here? Karina recently shared her questions that she asks herself if she needs a new item, mainly pen. New pen. Oh no. And ink day. She shared those with me because I asked, and she was so kind enough to write them down for me. So I copied them, and then I thought of things that I personally would also think about before purchasing a pen or ink. Well, actually, I'm not really that tough on the inks because I feel like I can always give away samples to friends, and I'm not usually someone who purchases a lot of ink. Okay, let me put a drop right here, put the rest back in here, and then dip it in water. I definitely like the shade of this color. Let's see. I didn't think. It's a really murky purpley color. Look at the water. Can you see this? No, we cannot. It's highlighter orange. That's what it looks like. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's dip this in. Maybe I like this more than I thought. Lamy. Violet Blackberry. If it's not super sheeny, I would totally consider this using this in a pen. Oh my gosh, I like this. I did not think at all. I just purchased this so I could share samples, and I never in my life did I imagine to actually enjoy this color, because all the photos that I saw, there was so much heavy sheening on those. Wow. Now I'm like, do I need another bottle of this? No, I don't, actually, for reals. And then let's try this one as well. So how does this work? I'm using this and I'm spreading this around. Well, okay. So this is a dark blue. Okay, does it sound, it doesn't really look very special to me. Let's see what it looks like when it's dried. I I would have to read up and figure out what exactly makes this ink special. I mean, it's a blue, yeah. Pink Cliff. Pink Cliffs or Cliff? Cliff. Let's see. Where's the sticker again? Cliff. Just no S. But I would imagine that the color like this would exist in many different iterations before. So I'm not really sure. Wow. So the images that I have seen online of these inks gave a completely different picture. And I was under the impression that this was much darker. It is a little bit on this paper. This is Cosmo Airlight paper. This ink is definitely a bit teal leaning. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. That's at least how my eyes perceive it. Let's see if it bled through. Nope. But I feel like I have this. It seems like very similar to Palette Iroshizuku Zukiyo maybe. Let me check if I can find that really quickly. I have sorted my what's that called? My Rolodex by, it's not like a blue black like this one. This is a blue black. This is not blue black. I have sorted it by ink brands because most of the time when I'm looking for an ink, I usually look for this or look through these when I do something like that and I know exactly what ink color I'm looking for. And then it's really hard to find it. It's less blue, less teal, but you know, in the writing, it doesn't really make a big difference. But this one, man, this one is awesome. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I feel this is very unique. That's the word. This is very unique, and this is very usual. There is a lot of inks that look the same from various different brands, but this one I feel like I haven't seen a lot before, or I haven't personally used those before. I have to cut into this previous video and just show you the swatch cards that I made because they look so different to the swatches that I made on the Cosmo Air Light paper. And this is what I saw online. This is what I get in my notebook. So it's always, first of all, it's always good to see them on papers that you use. Because if I was writing on Cosmo Air Light paper, this would be totally great. If I am, and it's not even close to Zukiyo at all. This looks more like the blue black that I just showed you earlier. Well, no, this definitely has more blue and green hues in it than this one. This is more leaning more red. And then I swatched it in my swatch book here. And look at Violet Blackberry. There is basically no base color to be seen at all. Like none. Oh, well, that worked really great. I will have to figure out how it looks like on MD paper that I'm currently using. But yeah, I probably wouldn't use this on Tomoe River paper, to be honest. I really like it in the swatch on my Cosmo Air Light paper, that's for sure. But that looks vastly different than what I just showed you. And there's two inks that this swatch card reminds me of. I need to figure out if I can find it really quickly. So the first one that I'm thinking of is, where's the Sailors? Here. Sailor Hara Hara. I think it's a Shikiori ink, so it should be somewhere up here, but I don't know. well, Shikiori is with S, right? Here. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of this lighter. Maybe I still, yeah. So this is what this looks like if it's not as saturated, not as heavily applied. And the base color looks fairly similar to each other. So if you wanted that color without the sheen, maybe Hara Hara would be a good pick for you. And then the other ink that I'm thinking of is Diamine. Seize the Night here. Well, that is almost too gray, more gray than this. That's what, when I applied this ink, that's what I thought of immediately. But now that I look at it, it doesn't really come, it's not very similar. But if you have this one, then maybe you don't really need that. And especially if you have Hara Hara. I don't really think, oh, and then I saw Raise a Glass that was just above Violet Blackberry in the ink journal, and I wanted to show you that as well. Raise a Glass is right here. And this is definitely more purple. Of course, it has a shimmer. This is gold sheen. This looks more like it's green sheen. And this one definitely has more of that dirty purple inside than this is. This is a vibrant purple. This not so much. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Let's move on. So now let's dip test these. This is the Waterman Serenity Blue that I never am able to open. This ink bottle is the worst ink bottle to open, for realsies. I got it just now. I'm just gonna go with the extra fine nib first. So I'm going to dip. Let's remove the converter because sometimes the feet get saturated all the way through. And then I still have to clean the converter as well. I don't really enjoy doing. So, I could use one of those. Okay, so the matte section here is definitely prone to staining. I hope you can see that. I got some blue ink on here and it's there. I hope I can wipe it off when I clean it. So this is the Lamy Safari. Limited edition, I think, 2024. And that's the same for the inks in Pink Cliff with an extra fine nib. It is definitely fine. Is it scratchy? Let's see. No, I actually don't think it is scratchy. It's just an extra fine nib and it writes nicely for sure. So while I was doing this, I have just decided that I will give the choice of nib to the person who is winning this. I have a fine and an extra fine, and I'm going to provide writing samples for you all right now. Oh, that's how the section got blue, because I was touching the brim here. And then let's do this one. This is the Lamy Safari limited edition 2024 Violet Blackberry in fine. Which one is your favorite Okay, so for sure I can say that the extra fine nib is definitely much finer than this fine nib. I feel like there is at least a nib size in between those two. And to me, often, I know that Lamy nibs are always considered broader than usual. I think if you take this extra fine, you would get a really good extra fine nib. But yeah, so these are my 2 new pens and 2 new inks. If you are interested in winning this, please know that I am this pen and a sample of the ink and each of these inks. Please know that I have a Google form where I am pulling my winners from. If you want to be considered for this giveaway and you have already put your name into the form, then you're already on it. But if you haven't filled out the form, then I would ask you to do so, and I will pick a winner next week. And I will contact you via email if you're still interested in what your preferred nib size is, and then I will send that out to you. Thank you as always so much for watching. This is my appreciation giveaway for the month of April. I really love this community. I love giving back, and this is my small way of doing that. I am only able to do this because you are using my link on my affiliate code for Atlas Stationers, and because you are watching my videos. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I will see you soon. Bye.